Hi, my name is Vanessa Singh, and I'm going to be talking about my assignment web server, starting with my app.js file, where I am requesting or requiring some modules, the file system, HTTP functionality, path, and URL modules. And I'm using the HTTP module to use this create server, where I am basically using the or creating an HTTP server on the computer, and I have as a parameter a request listener, which basically is a function to execute every time the server gets a request, and we're going to obtain some data from it. We are obtaining the URL from the browser and then parsing it using that parse method from the URL module, and store that in a variable called parse. Then that parse we're gonna obtain a path name, and in that path name we're gonna parse it using the that parse method from the path module, and I'm storing that in the file name variable. And then right here I have a if and else statement, where I am obtaining from the file name the name, the extension, and the directory of that file. And the reason I have an if and else statement is because in case the file name is empty, there is no value, then it's gonna set that file name to index. So because I don't want the page to crash, I wanted that if there is no data, then go back to the index.html file. And after that is done, I am obtaining that file directory, file name, and the file extension, in replacing that / just to remove it, and setting that into the file root variable that I have right here. And I'm going to skip this for a second because I want to go down here where I have an if statement to verify if that there is a value on that file root variable. And if there is, the code below is going to run, where I'm using the file system module to read that file from the file root that I obtained. And then I have a callback where it's gonna obtain the data from that file. Now I have an if statement right here where, as I mentioned earlier, that I said I was going to skip it, but I'm going to talk about it right now. I have this object where it has files extension as key and content type as a value, because I don't know which file is being read at that moment. So, and I want to send the content type as the right head. Then what I'm doing is that I'm using the has own property to verify that if the file extension is on that object, then on the right head method I am inserting the content type, which is the value, for the key, which is the extension. So I'm inserting the content type into the right head method. Then down here I have the right method, where I am sending a script tag, and in the script tag I have a variable named page, and I'm sending the file name. Now I have the file name in a single quotation marks, because I want the file name to be sent as a string in order to be able to be stored in this page variable. And we're going to talk about more later about this. And then lastly, I'm just ending the call, sending the data that it was pulled from the request. And then lastly, I have here the port 3306, which is being listened with the .listen method. Now going into the start index, and it's pretty similar in all of the pages, service, contacts, about, and index. The reason that I have 4 is because I obtain a template from Bootstrap, and all this code right here is just the template. I did change a little bit, especially here in the navigation, right here. So I have here the navigation, home, about, services, and contact. And I added a ID of name of index, about, services, and contact for each of the links in the navigation. As you see, these are the names of the file. Index, index, about, contact, services, and contact. Okay, so there's a reason I did that, because I remember, as I showed you, I'm passing the file name to be stored in a variable called page. So down here on each of these HTML files, I did the exact same thing. I have a script tag where I'm listening to the document to get the element by the ID of the variable page, which is what I'm passing right here, that variable page. And that variable is storing the value of the file name, which is the ID of, so I show right here, is the ID name of each of the links. So, and then once I'm taking the element by the ID, I'm setting the font color to yellow. So let's see that in action right here. Oh, by the way, I can close it and redo it again, because I already had it running. Node my app.js. Okay, and then go here to the Chrome, and let's go back to localhost 3306. Okay, so you see home is being highlighted. I can click on about, and as you see that it's changing here, about, and I did change the title just so it'll be more, it'll be easy to see that it's changing, since the layout and everything, all the other content is the same. But you can see that the page art is changing dynamically, and the links for the navigations are being highlighted in color yellow. As I click on it, that page becomes active, so the link it gets highlighted in color yellow. And that is it for my web server assignment. Thank you for watching.